put the camera
Number
against
22,
the but he moved
George
his back.
Salakidis. Number 8, Yuki Uchida. Number 23, Sam Ward. Number 7, Alan Webb. On the bench for Northcote City, number 21, Matthew McCracken. Number 20, Nick Minna. Number 42, David Morabu. Number 10, Connor Minot Smith. Number 26, Yanni Panakos. And number 14, Joseph.
Take the banner off. Pay attention.
Mike's up. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to John Cain Memorial Park for the second time in 3 weeks as your Preston Lions visit Northcote City. It is second versus third. These sides are absolutely neck and neck. Preston separated by just +1 goal difference over their local Darebin rivals. And after a 4-2 defeat against Western United on Sunday, Lujatsevski makes 2 enforced changes from that team. Marcus Schroen and Luke Jego, a lot of experience dropping out of that midfield, are both suspended due to 5 yellow cards over the course of the season. In comes Andrea Roxandic from the bench into the starting lineup, and Brandon Lawton returns from injury. Bon Scott continues between the sticks, a back four of Delano Ferro, Aaron Anderson, Dean Larson and Jacob Kresnar. Nicholas Dibb will play alongside Roxandic and Lawton in the midfield. Wesley Gibello and Connor Bell flank Giorgio Sir Dennis, who scored his first goal for the club against Western United last week. Connor Bell wearing the armband today in the absence of Schroen, Jego and Benji Levitikos, who is on the bench. Alongside Benji, who returns from his suspension for 5 yellow cards, is Jake Tchaikovsky, who is back from injury and available on the substitutes bench, retaining their places from last week. Will Sparrow, the backup goalkeeper, Dom Felino, Choc Dow and Luke Oresti, with Alec Mills dropping out of contention. Still unavailable, Adrian Valenti and Will Bainham through injury. And Matty Whelan is suspended after his red card here 2 weeks ago. For Northcote City, just 2 changes from the side that defeated Kingston 5-2 away from home on Monday night. Brandon Kumanow between the sticks, a back four of George Salakides, Jacob Lever, Michael Boffey and Philemon Asafa. Connor Minott-Smith and Joseph Tweets drop out of the midfield, with Trent Skapetis and Sam Ward returning from their suspensions. Again, accumulated yellow cards. Alan Webb and Yuki Uchida round out this new look midfield, with Zach Bates and Michael Domfey joining Skapetis in the front line. Nick Menas, Matthew Latrakis, Yanni Panakos and David Morabu continue on the bench alongside Minott-Smith and Tweets, with Kumbia, Sekon and Jet Fitolani dropping out of the squad. We're going to pause for a minute's silence. Moments away from kickoff here. Preston in the red, Northcote City in the all blue. And Preston will kick us off. The man with the whistle tonight is Yanni Zizis, who recently celebrated his 100th top flight game when he officiated Heidelberg versus Oakley a couple of weeks ago. But he was also the referee when these two teams last met, a 1-1 draw at Genis Steel Stadium, with Will Bainham on the score sheet and Trent Skapetis converting from the penalty spot. As far as Zizis is concerned, the relevant statistic is the late red card in the 4th minute of stoppage time that he gave to Matthew Latrakis, a matter of some contentious debate afterwards. But anyway, we are away in Thornbury in this local derby with everything on the line. The last time these two sides met, both were stuttering in their form and languishing in the lower mid-table. Now they are battling it out for promotion. Michael Domfey across the box for Northcote. And away comes Ferro. Gibello wants it to Feats. Ferro has to check back. And it's turned over to that man, Trent Skapetis. Northcote City's danger man. Finding Zach Bates in support. Got Webb on the cutback, blocked by his own player, and then driven goalwards by Sam Ward. There was some hit from the Irishman. But Preston get a block on. and concede the game's first corner.
GT organised, GT!
It's a short routine involving Webb. The return pass was left short. Brandon Lawton dribbling away, and then the bench, the visiting side, having to take coverage. George Salakidis is absolutely uncompromising in his clearance. Gibello. Clear away from the challenge of Webb. Looks like he's going to play on the left so far with Zach Bates through the middle, although that could be a movable feast. Good ball down the line from Kresnar for Bell. Lofted ball into the box. He just lost his footing at the crucial moment there. It is a slippery surface here at John Cain on the flanks. We saw that against Melbourne Victory a couple of weeks ago. A lot of players losing their footing out wide. The centre of the pitch seems to be a bit more sure-footed. Preston losing their first game since that defeat to Bentley. First league game, I should say. They went 9 games unbeaten in the league. And it all came to an end in Tarneet on Sunday. Northcote City are on their own unbeaten run at the moment, undefeated in 8 league games. And their last 5 games have been away from home, so that's good going. 5-2 triumph against Kingston, preceded by a 3-3 draw with Western United, defeating a 10-man Melbourne Victory 2-1, and then draws with Bulleen and Lang Warren on the road. So they've got through that difficult patch in the schedule relatively unscathed and slowly climbed up the table. After, similar to Preston, a very stuttering start to the season. These sides have been almost mirror images of each other in terms of their form. Here comes Skipettis. Good covering challenge from Larson. Larson hacks it away. Roxandich got a foot to it, so did Bates. Awkward spinning high ball in the midfield for Nicholas Dibb. And I think we've got a problem with the match ball here, so we'll have a drop ball.
Webby, go. I'll give it back.
He's going to give it back to Preston. Sevsky and Steve Bebic just clarifying the situation on the touchline. Bebic, one half of a coaching duo here at Northcote this season, with Jelko Kuzman, the co-head coach. Unusual arrangement, but we've seen it work at Kingston as well. It's Boffey to Lever. Back to Kuma now. Preston with an opportunity to press here if they want to. Boffey. Intercepted by Anderson. The header drops short to Webb, and now Bates on the overlap down the left. Lawton for Gibello. Connor Bell's going to have to backtrack here for this loose ball. He is first on the scene. Gibello. And now Delano Ferro bursting down the line, and the Safer had to make that interception. That's what Delano Ferro can bring as an overlapping right back, not a traditional defender in any sense. He also brings decent distance off a throw-in. You can see Aaron Anderson making his way forward from the back for this set piece. Dean Larson up there as well to win a flick on. It's off a Northcote City head. Nick Dibb knocking it back to Kresnar, who's left it a little short for Lawton, and he intervened just in time. You can see both these teams showing plenty of attacking intent early, even if this game's been short of clear-cut chances in the opening exchanges. Kresnar thought about the short one, but it's cut out by Domfey, and now he's going to have to bomb it forward. So Dennis. Connor Bell trying to make himself a nuisance, but George Salakides sees it over the byline for a goal kick. Melbourne Victory still lead the pack here in VPL 1. 4 points ahead of both Preston and Northcote with their draw last week against Bentley Greens. Anderson away into touch. Preston supporters travelling in numbers tonight. See them behind Northcote's goal, making their voices heard. Bates. Fans still streaming in. It was quite a task getting a park before the game, let alone if you arrived on kickoff. Salakides. Cross well fielded by Scott. A quick release is on for Gibello. He elected to slow things down. Just looking to get a foot on the ball here and a foothold in this game. Dibb providing a passing lane there. And finally they find him. It's a very good ball in the end. Sliding challenge from Sam Ward. It's going to be a Northcote ball. Gibello sidesteps the challenge of Ward, and he's brought down by Bates, and eventually the whistle will go. Number of full-blooded challenges flying in. Northcote have received 4 red cards this season, 2 in the same game. Zach Bates and Trent Skapetis, 2 of the starting 11 who've received their marching orders this season. Nice reverse for Lawton, and then into the near posts. And it's headed over the bar. A glorious early opportunity for Preston goes begging. Giorgio Serdenis so close to 2 in 2 weeks. Just couldn't quite get his neck craned and his head over the ball there, Sir Dennis, but making the right run at the right time. Anderson for Dibb. Dibb cops the contact off Uchida, but Ioannis Zizis not interested. Farrow. His header falls to Michael Domfey of Northcote. That pass is given away. And now Gibello looking for a run, and he finds it in Sir Dennis. Farrow knocks it forward. Wesley Gibello doing terrifically well to win it back. Dibb. So Dennis, oh, if he just got a toe to that, Brandon Lawton could have been in. Preston bench applauding the intent. Brandon Kumanar moves it straight into touch. Dib. Farrow. Roxandich. Attempted back heel from Bates. It was a little casual. And a lovely exchange between Gibello and Lawton. He's been very bright early, the Frenchman. And there's just a little too much pepper on that for Brandon Lawton. Larson. The header forced to skip Pettis, and it's side-footed away by Farrow. Flicked on by Sir Dennis, but it's going to roll out on Gibello. This game on a knife edge at the moment. Anderson. High ball for Uchida. Lever called him out of the way and then headed in the wrong direction. Gibello. There's Ward showing his studs there. That's what Preston were up in arms about, but just the throw in awarded. Farrow looking for Sir Dennis. Off the chest. Might spring its way to Lawton, but not quite. Sir Dennis charges down the clearance from Philomena Safer, and Northcote City win back the throw. See from the way the coaches are prowling their technical areas. There's so much tension in this game. Well-timed slide from Anderson. Safer, did he control it with an arm? Uchida. Caught late by Roxandich. Ward. Restarts play with a very accurate switch. And this is Trent Skipettis. Roaming across the front line. And bullying his way through to win a corner. The physical gifts of Trent Skipettis. Really dominant. You let him see too much of the ball and let him run at you. He will punish you. It's a threat Preston will be mindful of all night, especially after what he did against them in round 4. Not only converting from the spot, but striking the base of the post after a slaloming solo run. He's got 8 goals so far this season, 10 last season for Kingston. So Dennis, little shove in the back from Ward. Subtle enough to go unpunished. Now this is Boffey. Leaves it short, a safer, and now Farrow was looking for Lawton, who's just been a step off tonight, making all the right runs. It's understandable he's going to take a moment to get back to fighting fitness. Freshly back from injury, straight into the starting 11 this week. Preston, shorter bodies at the moment. Dib fires it into Bell. Great ball. Bell on the strike. Straight at Kumanau. It's the game's first shot on target, even if The goalkeeper didn't have to work too hard. Zipped into the feet of Connor Bell. That's the kind of service you want to see from your midfield. Bravo, Nick Dibb, keep him coming. It was a peach of a corner he put in against Western United that led to the opening goal, albeit indirectly. Seen his first team opportunities limited slightly this season, but to come back into the first team picture of late. Anderson for Jabello. So Dennis playing the hold-up man. Onto Dibb, and then first time through to Lawton, and Kumanau doesn't know whether to stay or go. In the end, he comes for the ball, and the danger is averted. Again, Nick Dibb might be the man to unlock this Northcote City defence. Lawton, good win off Uchida, and over the top for Connor Bell to chase. Foot race on with Salakidis. Salakidis sliding in, doing enough to win it cleanly. Preston fans appealing for hands in the back, but again, not enough contact for a free kick. Scoreless after 17 minutes played here in the Darebin Derby. Jacob Kresnar lining up a long throw. And it's not a frequent strategy that Preston have employed this season, so perhaps they've identified something to exploit in the Northcote backline. Kresnar, good distance on it, flicked on at the near post. I believe it was either Larson or Anderson. I believe it was Larson with the touch, but it's safely into the gloves of Brandon Kumanau. Boffey with a bit of space and time to pick his spot. Kresnar with a good win in the air. And Salakidis going straight through Connor Bell, and there was no escaping the whistle that time. Assistant coach Christian Kristevski wants a little bit more urgency with the restarts of play. Anderson feeds it into midfield, just a little long for Dibb. Now Northcote come back the other way. Delano Ferro up against Alan Webb and does really well. Uchida back to a safer. Ward. Kresnar looking to start the break. It's going to be a Northcote ball. Last touch off Lawton. Mostly a midfield battle so far, but I guess get the sense that scoring chances aren't far away in either direction. A safer. Kresnar. Anderson, I should say, got into a bit of a wrestling match with Alan Webb. Uchida stands it up to the back post, looking for Skapetis. Kresnar couldn't avoid the concession of the corner.
Jakey, tell him to deliver. Tell him to deliver. Hey, mate, go back on this one. Bravo.
Boffey and Lever coming forward from the corner. Jacob Lever did score against Preston here last season in a 2-0 Northcote win. Domfey is the target. Well defended by a combination of Roxandich and Sir Dennis, and Northcote have given away a free kick. I think Domfey's arms were on the shoulders of his marker. There's a lot of football going on tonight around Victoria and especially in VPL 1. Lang Warren a goal up against George Cross at Lawton Park. Kingston City lead 2-0 away at Werribee. And in the top flight, South Melbourne lead Manningham United at Lakeside by a 1-0. Lever. Kresnar. Ball comes straight back. Can't find a teammate. Uchida. Bates fires it across the box. Straightforward enough job for Delano Ferro to see it out.
We'll be early. Narrow up.
And they've gone with a more aggressive look in midfield tonight, with Yuki Uchida dropping into a deeper role than he would usually play, and Sam Ward holding down the midfield in defensive capacity. Ultimate utility player, Sam Ward. He's played everywhere from centre back to centre forward. Anderson. Dibb. Nick Dibb wants it again. It's made Anderson turn and chase with that pass. The touch off Bates there, and it should be a Preston ball. Needed some prompting from his assistant, but referee Yanni Zizis eventually does award a Preston throw. Flicked on by Jabello. Uchida. So Dennis. Lawton. Uchida's tackle. And the loose ball falls to Rock Sandage. Now Jabello. Stepping inside with purpose. So Dennis trying to play it on the outside. Uchida elects to keep his feet there. Might have won a free kick. Instead, he'll have to settle for a throw. Philomena Safer. It's going to be a Preston ball. Came in and then out. Good bit of distribution from Ground Marshal Jimmy Gligger on the touchline. Preston get it restarted. Oh, Nick Dibb shows a clean pair of heels. Exchanging passes with Lawton. And now finding Jabello, who steps inside two challengers. Sends the ball into the mix-up. And it drops for Dibb to strike. Never quite caught it cleanly. Rock Sandage. Kresnar gave it away to Salakidis.
Shake! Shake! Wait! Neil! Where's not there?
Now Lever in a spot of bother. Goes back to his goalkeeper, who will try and play his way out. That's through to Alan Webb, coolly done. Now Preston in a spot of bother of their own. Zach Bates goes up against Delano Ferro, and Aaron Anderson hacks it away from danger.
Let's go, good ball. Go, go. Where's Jamie. Billy, walk back.
Lawton, good footwork. Connor Bell. Blocked by Salakides, and now Dibb on the strike, and Lawton side foots it. It gets it all wrong. Well, there was plenty of spin on that ball as it ricocheted. And Brandon Lawton just couldn't get a handle on it. Preston's best chance of the night so far.
Anticipate, yeah? Anticipate. You gotta go. Set it up properly.
It's going to be a free kick for Preston here with Jacob Presnar standing over it.
Make it, Roxy, make it.
Kresnar's delivery is good, into a dangerous area, and well defended in the end by Northcote. It's Fulham in a safer, heads away. Uchida trying to find Skipetis. And it's just dropped into the side netting, much to the relief of every Preston fan watching on. Colin Scott came charging out. Preston send it behind and concede another corner. They were really stretched there in transition. It was a great ball from Uchida. Created all sorts of chaos in the penalty area. Cross stood up. Now, Zach Bates with a moonraker of a ball back into the danger zone. And then Lawton shoved over off the ball quite clearly.
Reset.
Jamie, corners, you're on the keeper, yes. Hey.
Bates. Skipetis. Oh, great footwork from Skipetis, who unleashes the strike, and it's way off target in the end. He was away from his marker in a flash, Trent Skipetis. Half an hour gone, still scoreless here at John Cain. But in this Darebin derby, there's been plenty to mull over so far. And into Dibb, it was a risky ball. And here comes Zach Bates. Around the outside to Alan Webb. Nick Dibb was back to make the interception.
Batesy, Brady out of space. Finish. Don't play. Hey!
Roxandich. Gibello. Now Sir Dennis. Roxandich. Lost a lot of Kresnar. Had to fire it in right-footed. And Lever with a very accurate ball straight into Michael Dunphy's path. Here goes the West Australian with a burst of pace. It's going to be a corner.
Hey, Sammy, you're in the keeper. In front or behind?
Aaron Anderson can't quite believe it. It's Northcote's 5th corner of the night, would you believe? Haven't made much of these set pieces so far. Bodies go to ground in the penalty box. And the ball trickles harmlessly behind.
Go set up early! Set up early!
Hold up, hey!
Halfway! Shaky!
Your line's up!
Fire!
Connor Bell. The give and go with Lawton. And he turns on the afterburners now, Bell. The cutback for Gibello. It's just too far behind his run. Had to stretch. Can't get clean contact on the left-footed strike. Another really promising attacking moment for Preston. Just lacking a little bit of final ball, a little bit of execution. Skipettis got there first, left in a heap by Larson.
Brando! I'll sort it out.
These sides are neck and neck this season. They've been neck and neck in the head-to-head as Alan Webb tries to get a shot away. Great defending Lawton. There's no one on the halfway line to put pressure on the CBs. A win, a draw and a loss in Preston's 3 meetings with Northcote since being promoted to NPL 2, as it was called last season. And it's been a perfect split so far. 1 goal on goal difference separating the 2 teams in this season's table. Now Bon Scott playing sweeper keeper and having to duck back to his goal very quickly. It's Trent Skipettis continues to present a threat running in behind. Bates. Back to Lever and now Michael Boffey. It's been a long road back for Boffey since his leg break last year. Putting together a run of games in the Northcote first team. Asefa. Uchida gets free down the left. Away by Anderson and now Roxandich finding Connor Bell perfectly. And here comes the break. It's Connor Bell on his own. Bell off the inside of the post and in. And Preston hit the front in this Darebin derby. It was a one-man breakaway. Absolutely devastating from Preston's main man. And on the night where he dons the armband, he has a goal to celebrate. Captain Connor with his 8th of the season. Mabel has been irresistible in 2024. Preston's top scorer, clear of the likes of Bainham and Whelan and Gibello. Not to mention a stack of assists to go with those 8 goals. And there's an injury concern straight after the restart. So Aaron Anderson. Okay to continue. I think it was just a knock to the abdomen, let's say. Kumanau's goal kick. Boffy's header away. Roxandich onto Sir Dennis. There's a safer on his back. First time from Dib out to Gibello. And now Wesley Gibello knocks it across the box. Came off Brandon Lawton's heels there. Big 50-50s in the middle of the park. Sam Ward wins it back for Northcote. A safer around Sir Dennis. Now Boffy send it along towards Domfey. Larson back to Bond Scott to clear. Lever's header is unsure. Drops to Nick Dibb. It's going to work out. All's well that ends well as far as Northcote are concerned, because Jacob Lever ended up with the ball in a safe position. Accustomed to seeing more sure-footed defending from him than we have in the past few minutes. Boffy, a safer. Kept it in play. He's going to take on Gibello. And there's no way past him. Gibello winning it back for the Preston Lions. Now Nick Dibb feeds it in behind, looking for Giorgio Sir Dennis, and Lever was around on the cover. Wesley Gibello is looking very sharp this evening, as he has done most of the last few weeks. Could have had a hat-trick against Western United on Sunday, but involved in everything in the first half. And he scored in 5 straight VPL games, 6 in 7 in all competitions. See if he gets another one tonight. Long throw from Pharaoh. Roxandich. Out to Anderson in unfamiliar territory, and well, that was the centre-back's cross.
Let's go. Jake!
Bell. Salakidis. Lever for Boffey. Michael Boffey striding forward and finding a safer down the left flank. It's blocked by Farrow. Spins into the path of Zach Bates. Gibello chasing all the way back.
Hey, Yuki! Sammy, go.
No whistle for Wesley Gibello, but he springs back up to clear the danger. Sir Dennis. Larson rising highest. Dibb juggling it off the forward there, almost a seal dribble. And he barrels into the next challenge against Salakides. There's a big shout for handball coming from the grandstand side. Who had a better view than we did over here on the scaffold. 3 minutes of regulation to play in this first 45. Preston with a slender lead thanks to Connor Bell. It was an agonising wait to see if that ball would trickle over the line, but in the end he placed it perfectly. Webb for Uchida. Great win by Dibb, who looks for the quick restart in the other direction. Gibello galloping away from Boffey. Inside and out. Gibello to the back post. It's just overcooked. Connor Bell's going to chase it down. Roxanich is the option at the base of the midfield. And he's just stopped in his tracks by Zach Bates. No way past Dibb. No free points to the ball. A safer.
Support.
And then Delano Farrow sticking to his task. Flicked on by Skipettis. Philomena Safer. Takes the throw in long. It's going to be a Northcote ball. Quickly taken by Skipettis for Ward. Sam Ward steps around the challenge of Gibello. Held up by Nick Dibb. Going at Dibb and then to the byline, Sam Ward. Couldn't find a teammate with the cross. Kresnar heads onto the chest of Connor Bell and they're running in tandem here. Bell threaded down the line for Kresnar. And well marshalled into touch by Salakides. Kresnar will dry the ball off here and try and get some distance. Centre-backs are going to stay home for this one. Hacked clear by Domfey, who came back to defend the throw. Board is up from the fourth official. 1 minute to be added at the end of this first half, which has been an end-to-end encounter thus far. Boffey inside to Webb. Skipettis. Roxanich caught him on the blind side. Gibello had the chance to get rid of it, trying to juggle it to Sir Dennis, but Preston will get the throw anyway. He has run his socks off tonight, Giorgio Sir Dennis. Chased down every lost cause. Anderson, Dibb, Farrow. Around the outside of Bates. Deftly done by Farrow. A safer winning the wrestling match with Gibello. Away by Dibb. And now Connor Bell. Still going Bell. You've got no answer for him at the moment. Into Wesley Gibello. His touch took him wide. Stands up as safer. Gibello around the outside. The cross is low. And the referee whistles for half-time. And Connor Bell's goal is the difference thus far in this very, very tight affair. A Darebin derby with so much on the line, second versus third. Trying to keep pace with Melbourne Victory atop the ladder. And the halftime score, with thanks to Boss Designer Gardens Landscaping. Today our matchday sponsor is Northcote City 0, Preston Lions 1.
Tonight we have the matchday sponsor, Burnley Grocer, and our raffle sponsor, Innovative.
this. Try plugging it straight in. It's not good. Do you have something you can put underneath that? You just insulate it, because I think it's a noisy. Alright, I can run my audio mixer off battery for a half. Yeah, that should be okay. Yeah, that should be fine. If it dies, I'll just plug it back in. It just does it. It's fine. just about ready to get back underway here at John Cain Memorial Park. Preston Lions leading Northcote City by a goal to nil as we get things restarted. And it is Connor Bell's solitary strike that separates the two teams. And Preston conceding an early free kick down their left-hand side. Skipetis fired in low. Bon Scott in the way. And goal kick is the verdict as it came back off the Northcote City player. Preston with an early scare, and wake up is the message from the bench. Preston have spoken about being vulnerable when they've just scored. Tended to score first in games, but occasionally have had to do things the hard way after coughing up leads. So this is a period of the game we're expecting a response from Northcote. The words of their coach are still ringing in their ears coming out of the dressing room. Remember, they are unbeaten in 8 games. It's been quite some time since Northcote City tasted defeat in VPL 1. So you wouldn't be expecting them to roll over lightly. Aaron Anderson winning his duel and knocking the ball into touch. It's out to Salakidis. Lever has to go back to Kuma now. Hounded by Lawton. Boffey goes into midfield to Sam Ward. Couldn't find the feet of a teammate, and now Nick Dibb slides it in behind looking for Giorgio Sir Dennis, and Michael Boffey got there just in time. I can tell you, it was a simultaneous kickoff with our Lionesses, our senior women's team. And Ellie Lamont and Hayley Johnson have got on the score sheet in a very entertaining first half over at Jenna Steele Stadium. That one all tied up with Burundara, 2-2 at the break. And if you want to keep tabs on that one, Preston concede the free kick. I believe Aaron Anderson was the guilty party. If you want to keep tabs on our senior women's team tonight, you can go to the NPL Victoria YouTube channel, where that game and all their games are broadcast live. Anderson. Gibello. And he's brought to ground. Oh, there's no whistle. Well, Preston were assuming there'd be a free kick there as mostly Gibello was tripped. The referee not paying it in either direction there as Zach Bates goes to the turf now. Bates. Anderson heads back in the other direction. Lawton smartly back to Dibb. Stretches the play with Kresnar now. Connor Bell wanted it wide. Instead, Nick Dibb sends it in the other direction. Chabello losing his footing. Domfey. Just looking for Skipettis. No chance with a pass like that. Larson striding through. Dean Larson, very composed work from the central defender, but he overcooks the pass.
Come on!
Webb looking for the far post, and that one drifts harmlessly across the face of Bon Scott's goal. Once again, a big thank you to all of our Preston sponsors who make these broadcasts possible. Boss Designer Gardens Landscaping is today's match day sponsor for both our men's and women's teams, and we thank them for their support of the Preston Lions. Connor Bell's solitary goal still the difference. Captain Connor with the armband tonight. Preston looking a little short-handed on paper with no Marcus Schroen, no Jego, no Will Bainham and no Matty Whelan. Valenti at 2, another one of the walking wounded. You can see some of the Preston fans have migrated over pitch side towards the goal. Preston are attacking. Ward. Up the line for Domfey. Uchida did really well and tees up Alan Webb, and Bon Scott knocks it away. Well positioned there, the Preston custodian, as Alan Webb had a great side of goal. Northcote City with yet another corner. Skipettis drives it into the near post. Lever makes the connection and bundles it towards goal. Bon Scott really cleanly gathered. Northcote have had a couple of nearly moments here in this second half. Salakidis. Lawton. Ward. Quite sure what Northcote are appealing for. Clearly took a touch off Sam Ward. Kresnar with Lawton. Dib. No, I think Farrow was the intended target. Instead it trickles back to Aaron Anderson. Kresnar. What a ball there. He had no right to win, and it's another throw for Preston. The fans voice their appreciation. The gut running and effort from these players. It would be a serious scalp to knock off Northcote City tonight, given the long absentee list. Kresnar. Flicked on. And it's going to be a Northcote free kick, despite Giorgio Serdenis coming off second best. And Northcote are going to restart without Serdenis being allowed treatment. In fact, Yanni Zizis has stepped in now. And the physio able to get on. Well, the last thing Preston need is another striker unavailable. Will Bainham still on the medium-term injury list. Matthew Whelan serving his ban. There is no like-for-like replacement up front in terms of an out-and-out number 9. Wesley Gibello or Connor Bell could conceivably step in up front. Maybe Chock Dow. All those players are more accustomed to wide areas. So coaching staff are going to have to put their heads together if Giorgio Serdenis needs to be replaced. He seems intent on continuing. Meanwhile, diagonal high ball contested by Kresnar and Webb. Boffey for Lever. Preston defending with 10 and Serdenis waiting for permission to re-enter the field. He gets it now. Lawton. Gibello caught by Uchida. Referee signals advantage. Farrow swings it into the box. Couldn't beat the first man with the delivery. Skipettis. He's going to drive for the gap here, but Gibello saw it coming. Dibb. Back to Anderson. Dibb losing his footing in the process, but doing enough. Lawton with the flick. Now Gibello charging at the loose ball and Jacob Lever across in time. This one still on a knife edge. Farrow. Gibello. Combining with his fullback again. And Preston gained territory. And up come the CBs. Pack the box for this long throw. Hook towards Connor Bell in the 6-yard box. And there was a big shout for handball against Salakides as that one bounced up unkindly onto his chest. Was there a hint of an arm there? I'll leave you to decide at home. As Lawton tries to go around Uchida. Gibello. George Salakides may have got away with one there. Won't take forensic analysis of the replay to come to any firm conclusions. Preston were adamant. Connor Bell has the beating of Salakides off the step, and then Lever cleanly slide tackles the ball. Away comes Alan Webb. The Welshman around Dibb, and then nutmegs Kresnar. He's going to try and haul him down here. He can't anymore. Alan Webb was appealing for a penalty. I think Northcote more preoccupied with wanting a yellow card for Kresnar, trying to stop his foray forward. Salakides was fortunate a few moments ago. Perhaps Kresnar fortunate to escape without a booking after that exchange. Salakides back to Kuma now to clear. Anderson, header into the sky. Roxanich winning the second one. And now Sam Ward knocks it up to Skipettis to flick it on towards Domfey. And it's Michael Domfey for Northcote. Back to Skipettis! And it's taken a touch on the way through. And astonishingly, this is going to be Northcote's 7th corner of the night. I wouldn't say that necessarily tells you anything about the flow of the game, which has been very end-to-end. Yet another set piece for Preston to defend. Lever rising highest at the back post, but cross was overcooked. Bates into Woods Ward. And again, Preston can exhale. Gibello brought down cynically, and that will be a booking for Michael Boffey. It's the game's first yellow card. Larson. Kresna chops inside. Off Uchida and out for a throw. You can sense the tension out there. Both these sets of players. It's been a nervy encounter thus far. Uchida's header. Now Sir Dennis doing really well to win it back. And finding Gibello out wide. It's just good forward play from Sir Dennis, who's hit the box now in anticipation of the cross. Gibello takes it inside instead. It's into the feet of Sir Dennis, but there's a lot to do there in a congested area. And now Zach Bates wheels away. He's past Nick Dibb, he's brought down. Northcote bench bang for a booking. And the referee keeps his cards in his pocket. Nick Dibb escaping relatively unpunished. It's a promising area for Northcote to throw bodies into the box. Oh, an incident off the ball here, which might require some attention. So Dennis going to ground. Free kick's a disappointing one. Alan Webb finds Zach Bates down the line. Connor Bell winning the 50-50, but conceding the corner. Much to Preston's frustration. Driven into the back post. That's off the frame of the goal, I think. And then the attempted acrobatics from Webb were wildly off target. And that was asking a lot even of Connor Bell to keep that in. Pettis up against Delano Ferro here. Picked off by Anderson. So Dennis let it run, and then he's upended by Salakides, who got nowhere near the ball. And that will be another yellow card. So Dennis let it run. Salakides completely missed it and has taken a piece of the Preston striker. It might be the same ankle as he was ginger on before, so physio on. Gives us an opportunity to have a look around the grounds. The other scores rolling in from VPL1. Kingston City up 4-1 away from home. All 4 of their goals coming in the first half, with Werribee hitting back early in the second. And over at Lawton Park, it is now Langwarrin 3, George Cross 2. Langwarrin coughing up a 2-goal lead, but regaining the advantage on the hour mark. On a simultaneous kickoff with the action tonight at John Cain. So plenty of action to keep an eye on this evening. Away comes Webb. Uchida. Skipetis takes it wide. Still going, Trent Skipetis. Taking on all comers. And then drifts it across the area. Alan Webb collects on the other side and knocks it back to Salakidis. Ward. Charged down by Sir Dennis, who's walking wounded, but still putting in the miles. Well, Northcote have been chasing this game, and see Preston have had to weather the storm at times. Oh, it's helped on by Uchida for Domfey. Back to Yuki Uchida. Webb to cross. Roxandich. It's away. This one's still on a knife edge. Webb into Domfey. Goal kick. Salakidis into Bates. Quickly restarted for Zach Bates. It's Northcote with the attacking initiative, and Preston just trying to marshal them, keep them on the outsides. Skipetis had to stretch for that one and coughs it up to Jabello. Now the Preston break could be on, as Wesley Jabello lollops past the challenge of a safer. Little through ball for Sir Dennis didn't come off. And then couldn't find Brandon Lawton at the second attempt. Bates looks it straight into the feet of Skipetis. No way past Anderson. And Jabello with a big win in the 50-50. The crowd loving that.
Shot! Away there! Dog! Shot the dog! Away there!
It's going to be chalked out. As Preston look for a first change. Don Folino being summoned as well. Bates. Kresna. Just losing Webb for a moment, and then Roxandich with a very risky defensive header, but he measured it just about right. The pressure builds yet again. As Trent Skipetis lines up for Northcote's 9th corner of the evening. Will the defences hold? Skipetis. Bon Scott opts to punch. And again, Preston deal with the danger. Bates. Cross was charged down by Lawton. And Salakidis can't keep it alive. Preston want to make the change, and they want to make it now. Double sub for the Preston Lions. Brandon Lawton has put in a big shift tonight. He's going to come off to be replaced by Chalk Dow. And Giorgio Serdenis, after copping two very sturdy knocks to the left ankle, limps off to a warm round of applause from the Preston travelling support. We really appreciate the hard yards he put in tonight. So it's going to be Foligno as a holding midfielder, just to plug up some of those gaps. Fighting low by Skipetis to the crowded bodies again. Chalk Dow's going to play up front off the shoulder and just trying to turn these centre-backs around and hit them in the counter. Again, Preston short of bodies up front in terms of natural number 9s, but Chalk Dow, prolific goal scorer over in Perth. Already has 4 to his name in all competitions this season, largely as a substitute. He scored 16 for Perth Red Star over in WA last year. Lever. Disciplined defending again from Preston. Connor Bell this time blocking the passing lane. Roxanich just about keeping pace with Uchida. And fired in by Webb. It's a dangerous delivery. Danger not averted. As Skipetis twists and turns and cracks off a shot, which is blocked en route. Well, this has been backs against the wall for the last 20 minutes here for Preston. Northcote banging on the door. Scott couldn't claim. Domfey almost left with an unguarded net. Northcote will take another corner from the other side. Wasn't the story in the first half that as Northcote have chased this game, it's been one-way traffic in the second. Only some really disciplined Preston defending, keeping the clean sheet intact. Skipetis in low towards Lever. And spooned away in transition, looking for Dow. It's not going to stick though. Wichita winning back possession for the home side. Very nervous viewing indeed for Preston supporters. As Macedonia cling to a slender lead. Foligno just a step late in on Bates. Skipetis tees it up for himself. That was a shot, make no mistake. Got it all wrong. He's capable of the spectacular, but hasn't been his night so far. Bates. Preston throw. Zach Bates fairly petulant, tossing the ball away, and well, perhaps if Northcote were the team in the lead, that would have been perceived as time wasting. Pharaoh, good distance on the throw. Now Domfey in the foot race, but Dean Larson getting across to cover his central defensive partner. And now Delano Pharaoh is in a spot of bother. There was a yellow ticket shown. Not entirely sure if it was for Pharaoh or Foligno. We'll have to have another look at that, but nevertheless, it's Northcote who win a free kick in a really dangerous position. It feels like deja vu as they shape for another set piece. Preston bring everybody back. Set piece is in low to the near post again, and Kresna deals with the danger comfortably. Skipettis has to go for pace. No whistle for Pharaoh. Bates switched the point of attack through Salakidis. Boffey. Bates. Northcote ball. It's off Foligno last. Domfey has Roxanich on his back, and then Lever lamps it goalwards and finds the back of the net for Northcote City. And in truth, it felt like a matter of time. He scored against Preston here last season. And he's done it again to draw Northcote level and set up a grandstand finish at John Cain. The central defender showing his strikers how it's done. They've piled on the pressure in this second half, and Preston's defence, they were stout for so much of it, eventually crumbled. Foligno. Dib. Larson couldn't get it away. Did Bates show his studs there? Yellow ticket out. Third card of the evening. They've all gone to the home side. Northcote's first change in the offing. Yanni Panakos coming on for Bates, who just received that yellow card. Panakos bundled over by Roxandich.
Coming on, number 26, Yanni Panakos.
Salakidis. High diagonal. It's counted off Anderson, and then the shot came in from Panakos, the substitute. Always flashing wide. Well, can Preston change gears now? Try and generate some attacking opportunities. They've been precious few in this second half after creating most of the good goal scoring chances in the first. Larson. been a tough old slog. Down. Little layup for Foligno was short. Truth chopped down. Might have taken a touch there. Preston are going to empty their bench here, or come close to it, with Benji Leviticos and Luca Resti waiting for their introduction. Whistle's gone against Ward there. And now the board's up. And Nick Dibb is replaced. So too Wesley Gibello, both of whom were very bright in the first half. Their influence has faded as the game has gone on.
Coming off, number 11, Wesley Gibello. Coming on, number 7, Benjamin Leviticos. Coming off, number 66, Nicholas Dibb. Coming on, number 30, Luke Foresti.
Farrow. Foligno. Couldn't find the pass. Well, Preston were determined to bring Philomena Safer down. An advantage signalled by Yanni Zizis. Lever. Long bong forward looking for Domfey. Lever. Back four well shielded by Dom Foligno. Preston fast run out of bodies in the first team here, with Jake Tchaikovsky as centre back, the only available reserve outfielder. Good footwork from Salakides. And now Larson's picked up a knock.
Lift your head up! Wake up, come on!
Delano Ferro needs a passing option up the line. Couldn't find Leviticos. Done an admirable job so far against a much bigger body in Trent Skapetis. Domfey over the top. Foligno rising. Now Aresti putting it into the path of Kresnar. Out-muscles Alan Webb. Aresti. Too close to Lever. Preston will gain ground. Kresnar wants a teammate. Finds it in Luca Resti. And he's just wrestled his way past Panakos.
Come on! We control it!
Just had a fistful of shirt there, Luca Resti. It might be on his shoulders creatively, but this game will rest. Preston's so thin in midfield tonight. They've got a right back playing in there alongside Andrea Roksandich.
We want it on this side. On this side.
Ferro hurls it down the touchline. 5 minutes to play in regulation. So we get a decent chunk of stoppage for those injury issues for Giorgio Serdenis, who tried to run them off. Boffey had to slide to keep it alive. And then Asafa gave it away. Good hassling, harrying of the Northcote defenders from Preston to win back possession, but Leviticos and Aresti simply not on the same wavelength from the throw-in. Sam Ward, it's a brilliant pass to find Panakos. Threaded the eye of the needle there. And Webb. Back to Panakos. Preston ball. Much to his disbelief. Well, Foligno's crossfield ball is picked off by Domfey. Anderson sends it forward for Bell. Awkward bounce up onto the chest, but it matters not as Connor Bell looks to find Leviticos in space. And Jacob Lever, again, the goal scorer. Probably Northcote's best tonight, rather, for his defensive work. And his timely equaliser as far as the home side are concerned. Domfey, Kresnar. Challenge Larson, but yet again, it's a Northcote corner. Scott comes to punch. You can't fault Bon Scott's performance tonight. Skipettis bustling his way through. It took two Preston defenders to rob him of possession. When Preston win the ball, somewhat struggling to find their teammates in transition. That's why this pressure is just not relieving. Connor Bell having to run shuttle runs between the defenders on the halfway line. Salakidi sends it wide to Uchida. Uchida, nice shape on it. Salakidi's always favoured for that loose ball. Now Alan Webb is going to go at Kresnar. Stands up the cross to the far post, and Bon Scott came flying out and chocked out. Gained some ground on the break. Oh, well, that's no whistle. In fact, it's chocked out. He concedes the free kick. Dow was impeded there, but perhaps he'd been deemed to have lost possession of the ball already. Nevertheless, Northcote free kick, and with 90 seconds plus stoppages to play, the home side pushing for a winner. Domfey getting involved in a shoving match. Ball into the box is Bon Scott's to claim. Looking for a quick release. And Connor Bell is the outlet down the left. Uchida's header is going to drop for Aresti. And Northcote knock it away. Roksandich. Larson. Foligno. Neatly done by Foligno, who continues his run. And he's past Lever, and that's, well, pretty obviously a booking. But he seems to have done himself some damage in the process. Yellow ticket for Jacob Lever. Well done, Dom Foligno there. That was all him. Winning possession, keeping it, and then, as he was prompted by Jacob Kresnar, continuing that run.
Fourth official has indicated there will be 4 minutes of added time.
Could this be Preston's chance to pinch it? 4 minutes of stoppage. Along with the 90 we've already played.
Hey, look at that fucking ball!
It's all down to Luke Aresti. What he can muster from this dead ball.
Go side, Yanni, go side!
Aresti in low. And then it's out to Connor Bell to strike.
Go!
With the crowd of bodies, and Uchida blocks it. Oh, Bell, superb tackle. And now Foligno forward for Leviticos.
Stand behind ya!
Leviticos left the ball behind him. Now standing it up to the back post. Salakides away from Choctaw. And Preston win a late corner. So short routine. Aresti, Uchida, the free man at the front post. Clears the danger, and now Northcote have numbers here on the break. Well, they couldn't keep it in bounds. Preston were really stretched at the back there for a moment. So many numbers forward for the set pieces. Anderson with the second on the ball to measure this one. Sent long. It's Leviticos. Appealing for a free kick. No change out of the referee. And then Roxanich caught his man late and picks up Preston's first yellow card of the evening. And he'll be walking the tightrope next week. That is his 4th booking of the campaign. Two minutes to play. Alan Webb walking very gingerly after that contact.
No, leave her!
And now Connor Bell running off the last man. Kumanau comes out to clear.
Fucking over, hit it!
Vitikos wants the ball. Yellow card shown to a safer for time wasting. Skipetis. This should be Bon Scott's, and it is. Well, this is agonisingly tense. Has been all night in truth. And as this game reaches its climax, will there be a late sting in the tail for either side? Aresti. Larson. Fresno wants Foligno short, and back to Larson. Farrow. And the final whistle sounds at John Cain. And these sides, who are neck and neck on the table, finish all square for the 2nd time this season. It was Connor Bell who opened the scoring in the first half with a fine individual effort off a quick counter-attack, sliding it into the bottom corner, in off the post. But Jacob Lever, the central defender, charging forward, sensing his opportunity and burying the chance from 14 yards or so. No chance for Bon Scott, who was otherwise excellent tonight. Preston had to weather a storm in the second half. Eventually, their clean sheet came unstuck. But a valuable point on the road with many, many notable absentees. And they maintain their place in the league, second on the ladder, ahead by just 1 goal on goal difference. Ahead of, you guessed it, Northcote. These sides can't be separated this year. 1-1 at Jenna Steele Stadium, and it's 1-1. It finishes here at John Cain. Big thank you to Boss Designer Gardens Landscaping for their support for today's broadcast, our matchday sponsor. And make sure you get down to Kingston next Monday night, the 17th of June, an 8:30 p.m. kickoff over at the Grange Reserve. As Preston look to get back on the winners list this season and hopefully welcome back a few first-team regulars in the process. My name is Josh Parrish. It's been a delight to bring you the action live from Thornbury this evening. The Darebin Derby, all square at the end. Northcote City 1, Preston Lions 1.
Go the call, Joshy.